Hi, thanks for joining me. Today, I want to share with you a couple of things to use for the holiday. I'm so busy preparing for the new year until I just completely forgot about sharing something with you for the holidays. And this is for cleaning those vibrations in your home, changing them, because during the holiday season, we have so many guests coming in and out, and you want to be in control of the vibrations that are there in your home. All right, so if you haven't done so already, show a little channel love by hitting the like and the subscribe button. So I have my hefty little book here, and I'll share some things with you. I couldn't get the screen share to work properly, so we'll just go with this, what I have. So the first thing I want to do is share with you a floor wash and then a house spray. And they're really the same ingredients, just different amounts. And that is because of the amount of additives that you will be adding to the main ingredients. So there's only three main ingredients, and that is lemon, sage, and salt. And so we see those all the time. Now, this is not the sage that you normally burn. That's a different type of sage. You can use just regular seasoning type sage. That sage will work also, or one of the other sages. There's several sages that work, but they don't all work for when you're smudging. I'll tell you that right now. They don't smell the same, and you can't what do you call it? You can't use one instead of the other. All right, so the first thing is your floor wash. Now you will have already cleaned your floor. This is not to clean the floor. This is to change the vibrations and the energies within the home or the environment or the building. So if you're using, say you're entertaining and you're going to do some entertaining in a building that's not your home, you can go in and you can prepare the building. Hopefully they've already cleaned the floors and whatnot, so that you can just go in and prep the floor. So that's really what this is to prep the floor. And then if you're not, if you're in a situation or an environment that you're not able to actually cleanse the floor, then you use the house spray. So that's why I'm giving you the two things, the house spray and the floor. Also, if you're in your home and you have floors that cannot take a lot of water, so they're the new floors, if it's, I call it the imitation wood floors, you can't use a lot of water on those. So you want to use something really light and something that will protect the floor. So make sure if the floor is in a tile or one of these waterproof tiles or waterproof flooring materials, don't use the floor wash on those, because they lay down a waterproof barrier, but that's to protect the moisture from coming underneath, not coming from on top. So don't use a floor wash on your floors if they're not real wood. All right, we don't want to damage anything. We're trying to change the environmental energies, but not damage the home itself. All right, so you use lemon juice. Now you can use oil, lemon juice, excuse me, essential oils. You can use essential oils that are lemon, and doing so, you want to use 1 teaspoon because those are very strong. You want to, if you're using lemon juice, use the juice from 2 medium to large size lemons. All of the juice. We're not worrying about the seeds. And if you're using lemon extract, then use 2 teaspoons of lemon extract. Now, if you're using the oil, you're going to need to mix the oil with about a tablespoon of alcohol. I generally use ethyl alcohol, but use whatever alcohol you have on hand. You're just trying to break down the oil so that it will mix with the water. That's all you're doing. So in that case, you can just use regular rubbing alcohol because you're not using it for a high-end perfume, so to speak. You're going to use sage. Now you can take the sage and crush it, or you can use the powdered sage, which is like a seasoning type sage. That is readily available. I've seen it in a lot of the grocery stores. You just go in the area that has the seasoning and you'll find it there. So for that, you use a tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, whether it's a crushed one or it's the powder. With that, you want to go ahead, and add it to some warm water to help warm to hot water to kind of get the essence to wake up and come alive. That's what you want to do. You don't want to put it on the stove. You don't have to do all of that. The salt, you're going to use salt, and you can use regular table salt. It doesn't matter if the salt is kosher, iodine or not. It doesn't matter, just salt. For that, you're going to use a cup of salt. You're going to dissolve the salt in about a cup of water. Unless you use hot water for your floor wash, which you can. If you're going to use hot water for your floor wash, then you can just add all these ingredients into the hot water. And that means it will steep and revive the sage, and it will also dissolve the salt. If not, then take a cup of just microwave or a cup of hot tap water and add the sage and the salt directly into the hot water. It needs to be hot because you want to dissolve the salt and you want to reawaken the sage. Then you take all those ingredients and just put them in a bucket of water. Take the water and wash the floor. Any floor that is able to stand up to water, marble, tile. You're not cleaning the floor again, just putting a nice film, so to speak, on there. So do that, and that's to help change the vibration. While you're doing that, make sure you are creating a nice environment. And I'll share something with you for creating a nice environment. And that is to affect the people that come into your environment. So that's for your floor wash. You don't have to rinse that off. Just lightly wipe it, a nice thin layer on all the floors, even the bathroom floors. Yes. Now that's a floor wash, but you can also wipe down like the countertops. I kid you not, this is what I do. The countertops, the electric switches where people come in and flip the switches like in your bathroom, they're going to go in and out of the bathroom. I'd wipe that down, lightly wipe it down, take a sponge and just use it to wipe everything down. And that's to help set the vibrations in the home if you are having guests that come in and out of the home during this holiday season. Now for the house spray, of course, you'll need a bottle to put this, a bottle to spray it. And if the bottle has, if it's one that does a nice fine mist, that's even better. So for that, you're going to use the lemon, the sage, and the salt again. You're going to use a teaspoon of salt, and that's whether you use the extract or the oil. The bottles are not that big, so you don't have to use that much of it. Now, remember, if you use the oil, you're going to add a small amount of alcohol. Since you're only using a teaspoon of the lemon essential oil, you can use about equal teaspoon of alcohol to help break up the oil. For the sage, you're going to use a quarter of a teaspoon of sage. Sage is really, really strong, and you don't want to overpower everything with the sage. You want that lemon essence to come through. So for the sage, it's going to be an oil. So you're going to add that to, you can add, if you're using lemon oil, you can use, put the lemon oil and the sage oil together with the alcohol. You don't have to use a separate thing for that. You can put them, measure them, put them in the same thing, and then add the alcohol and just kind of swish it around a little bit and let it break it up. It doesn't take long, so you don't have to leave it for 30 minutes to an hour or overnight. You don't have to do that. It doesn't take long for the alcohol to break the essence of the oils down so that you can use them. And then you're going to use 4 tablespoons of salt. Take all of that. Once you put the oils, if you're using oils, take that. And once you put it in the alcohol, then add a cup of water to the mixture and put it in a spray bottle. So if the spray bottle is a small one and can't hold a full cup, just pour as much into the spray bottle as you can, spray it around the home, and then just refill the bottle. If you have a larger spray bottle, you can just add it all into that and then spray around the home. You want it to be a nice fine mist. So you're not trying to spray and saturate anything. You're just really spraying it in the air as you would a disinfectant spray. So spray it all over, all throughout the home from front to back, spray it high and it'll fall low. All right, so now once you get that done, the house spray can be used in conjunction, as they say. It can be also used with the floor wash, or it can be used instead of the floor wash. So you want to mix it up and use it liberally. Use it. Now, while you're doing that, whether you're doing a floor wash or a spray, you want to have in your mind, or you can say it out loud, speak a declaration over the home, over the environment. You don't have to pray that everything goes all right. You must speak your full intentions. So speak a declaration over the home during this season, this holiday season, or during this particular event. All that enter in and partake of the event will partake of the event with brotherly love, with pleasant attitude, with a cooperative attitude and a cooperative mind. They will be peaceful. They will have a nice camaraderie with everyone that is here. The energies as they enter in will be conducive to a nice, relaxing, enjoyable event. That's what you must say. Something similar to that along that line. You want to make sure you're declaring this and saying it with authority. You're not asking that this happens. This is how you set the space, the energies in the space. Now, if you would like to invite some other entities to come in to assist, then you can do that at that time also. Ask them to come in to help everyone mingle, get along with each other, have a nice, enjoyable, memorable, pleasant evening or day, or whatever the time may be, afternoon, it doesn't matter. But you must make sure you're declaring it, and you make sure that you are stating the outcome that you desire, which is a great, pleasant event, memorable. You want everyone to come in and you want them to be relaxed and happy. You want them to feel comfortable and you want them to enjoy it. Some people like to come to events, but they don't really want to go, but they want to go. They may be tired. And so you can say they'll come in and they'll be energized, but they will enjoy themselves, fully enjoy themselves. They will mingle with each other. Everyone will get along. And everyone is going to have a great evening or a great afternoon. So that's all you want to say, but set your environment. It works. If you are saying this and you don't think it's going to work, it may not work out so well. But I've done this so many times and in different environments. I've done this in my home. I've done this in other buildings. I've done this in hotel settings when we had like workshops. I set the environment of my room or my space before anyone else enters. And believe it or not, it works. It works every single time. So I'm hoping that helps you for this holiday season. You have a lot of people coming in and out, mingling. People are having all kinds of things going on that they're dealing with outside. But when they come in, once they enter those doors to your event, you want everything to change, and you want it to change just like that. You don't want them to warm up. You don't want to have to prime and pump everybody, and prod them. Let's go, everyone. Let's do this. And you don't want to do all of that. So set the environment's energy beforehand and watch how the evening unfolds, and everyone will enjoy themselves, be relaxed, and it will be memorable. So I'm hoping that helps you. If you have any questions or comments concerning this, please leave a comment below. Let us know how your event went. Take notice, pay attention to what's going on in your environment after you have said it and done this, and share it with us. Let us know how it works. If you haven't done so already, hit the like and the subscribe button to show a little channel love. All right. Thanks for joining me.